Hello bros, I'm Uncle Zero, BroFive production, and next part, Sakura Night. So that was the load off where we left off last time. Slimes. Slimes. Now what's going to become of me? I'm going to be attacked by those gross monsters and I have no way to protecting myself. My arms are still tied up above my head and I can't move. I'm trapped. The slimes creep towards me, the grass rustling beneath them. I shrink back, or at least I try to. I can't get very far though, with these ropes binding my arms. The situation is dire. What can I do? Stay away! Stay back, you wicked monsters! If you touch me, I'll... Now that's a suitable threat, then make these creatures back off. I'll cry. I'll cry on long and hard until my tears melt away your slimy bodies and then you die. You wouldn't like that, so leave me alone. But my threat, if it can be called that, does little to stop my aggressive adversaries. They continue creeping towards me, closer and closer. Help me! Somebody help me! I'm gonna die! What was that screaming? Sounds like a fair maiden has found herself in a spot of butter. If that is the case, then I must fly verily to her side. Without delay, I shall raise my sword, and I shall smite down the foes who caused her so. What? I stare around the forest alarmed, and then... That's actually the character I thought we was playing as first when I saw us look through the game when I was buying it. I see her. A woman is standing before me, a sword in her hand. Her fair soft pink color, a little like a peach, and her figure is slight and slender. Did she come here to protect me? Well, not, fair lady. I shall lay down my life for yours, if necessary. By my good name, I am Felicia Marbell Argento, the princess of the Argento royal family. I will not let anybody suffer. The mysterious woman turns to look at me, her pink hair fluttering around her shoulders. My face heats up when my eyes meet hers. She is pretty, and I can hardly believe it. Thought was cute in a mischievous sort of manner. But this woman, Felicia, did she say her name was, is generally beautiful. Her skin is smooth and white like porcelain. Her eyes are red like jewels, her lips are soft and full, and her ears, they're longer than an ordinary person's, and they're pointed at the tips. Could she be an elf? Yes, indeed I am. But we can leave the introductions for later. Forgive me for my rudeness, my lady, but first I must dispatch of these vile curs. Have at you. Felicia dashes forward, the pointed tip at the sword shimmering. She slashes the air on innumerable times, and then... No way. The sounds begin to disperse. She's driven them away. Finally, I'm safe. Whew, that was quite a workout. Felicia sheathes her sword and looks back at me. She offers me a warm smile, hands clasped together at the front, and she says, "So, my good lady, how have you been faring? Might I inquire as to your name?" I would say, cut me down first, and I actually have to pursue a thief, and we can talk and pursue her if you like. That's what I would say. You want me to know my name? Yes, indeed. Exchanging names is an integral part of forming a relation, is it not? As a princess, I cannot overlook this very important step. It's a common courtesy. I don't mind telling you my name, but for now, yes, what is it? Is there something which prevents you from sharing your name at the present? You're not on the vile enchantment, are you? No, that's not it. Just, well... I glance down at myself and see her scattering on the ground, practically naked, my arms bound above my head. I can't really talk to you like this. I'm still all tied up. It took quite some effort, but those rules which bound you have now been severed. I apologize for not attending to matters sooner, my lady. I wanted so badly to make your acquaintance. I failed to notice what an appealing state you were in. I really am quite thoughtless. Thoughtless is one word for it, though that implies a certain measure of selfishness, which I don't think is entirely fair. Felicia isn't selfish, at least I don't think she is. Strangers though we are, she didn't hesitate to drive those slimes away when she saw I was in danger. She is a very nice person, stranger or no, but she is a total ditz. She is master with sword, her fancy footwork, those sharp precious thrusts were nothing to sneeze at. But when it comes to more practical matters, she is surely lacking. I think actually we're gonna meet that cat girl again, considering she actually have a sprite, which means she will probably be seen again. It took her almost half an hour to undo the ropes around my arms. She's fumbled and fiddled with them for what seemed like a small eternity until I pointed out that she could cut them with her blade. I guess that thought didn't occur to her because she beamed brightly when I said it and cried, "Goodness me, how intelligent you are! You must be a genius." I'm far from a genius, of course. If I was, I never would let Tart get the better of me. I started to think this woman must have a few screws loose. I mean, if we had done as I said and declined the offer, I mean, we would never have gotten into that predicament to begin with. Are your wrists alright, my lady? I hope they don't ache too terribly. It hurts a bit, but I think I'll be alright. Oh, thank goodness. I was so worried. Felicia takes my hand in her own and an earnest smile on her face. When I heard you cry out, I felt my blood run cold. I knew I had to hurry to protect you, no matter the cost. I could never let anybody suffer so. You must have endured a lot, but you're safe now. I shall protect you. As the princess of Argentina family, you have my word. My vow is an unbreakable one. I want to become a queen who helps those in need. That being the case, I must help others. That is my reason for living. My raison d'etre, as it were. She's talking so fast I can't get a single word in. She's shaking my hands pretty hard too. They almost feel like they're going to drop off. Can she be a bit more gentle? Hey, you hurt me. Let go. Alright, my apologies. I forgot that you humans are far more fairer than ourselves. Your race is a quite delicate one, but that makes you all the more adorable. I do so love it when you work hard to overcome the odds. Yeah, thanks. I scratched my cheek with one hand. Now it's pretty awkward. I'm indebted to this girl and I'm glad she saved me, but she's a bit difficult to deal with. She sure does love the sound of her own voice. She's been grabbing at me for so long. I haven't even had a chance to get dressed yet. I'm practically naked. Excuse me, but you don't mind if I put my clothes back on, do you? Oh, no, of course not. I apologize for talking so much. I didn't mean to keep you. I just don't think that's my problem. As a princess, I need to be more considerate. Did you know? She started talking again. This is just great. I think if things keep up like this, I'm going to get a huge headache. Scratch that. Felicia is a headache. Right, thanks. I put my clothes while the elf girl continues to shadow in the background. I lace up the front of my corset, then adjust my belt. All the while my fingers tremble and my face burns. I've known this elf for only a few minutes, but she's already seen some of the most intimate parts of my body. If that isn't embarrassing, I don't know what is. So now, you have been freed from your restraints. Would you mind telling me your name? Calling you my lady is well and good, but it's something of a mouthful. I would like us to become acquainted, perhaps even friends. So our name is necessary as your rescue. I think I deserve at least some slim form of compensation. Alright, I'm sorry. My name is Estelle. It's nice to meet you. Estelle. Felicia repeats my name happily as a small child might. The smile upon her face is pure and gentle. It's enough to make my heart pound. Oh, I am so very glad to have met you. You really are adorable, your face and your build and those big eyes of yours. You're charming. You could make a flower bloom. Our meeting must be fate. It was ordinated by the stars. Lisa takes my hand and presses a kiss against my knuckles. I can feel my face burning. Nobody's ever done that to me before. Is that a standard greeting among us? Since I'm an uncultured human, it almost feels like Felicia's trying to flirt with me. But that's ridiculous, isn't it? I must be reading into things too much. I must say, though, I did not expect to find anybody this far into the forest, particularly not an unarmed human girl such as yourself. It can be dangerous, you know. Yes, I know. If I didn't before, I do now. The forest is filled with all sorts of scary monsters. I wasn't unarmed when I came in here, though. I'm not that stupid. I had a sword and money, too. Now, however, I took the ugly red marks that crisscross my head and sight. All I have are the clothes on my back. I don't even have a weapon anymore. You had a sword, you say? How curious. I don't see it anywhere. Did one of the slimes take it? I did not know they had a penchant for shiny things. I believe that was magpies. No, they didn't. It's a long story. Really. Now, it seems as though you have suffered a good deal, young lady. But worry not, I'm with you, and I shall let you come to any harm. If you have no sword of your own, then I shall be your blade. I shall guide you out of this woods, and I shall lead you to safety. I won't let any of the monsters in this forest harm a single hair on your head. Of that, you have my word. Is that really alright? I don't want to be a bother. It's no bother at all. I'm offering to help you because I want to. Please do not turn me down or my heart would break. You say that you have already helped me once. You have no obligation to stay with me. And anyways, I kicked the loose pebble suddenly shy. I'm sure I only slow you down. Even when I did have a sword, I couldn't make any use of it. I'm trained to be a knight, but I'm completely worthless. No, that's not true. You're not useless, Estelle. I've only known you for a brief spell, it is true, but I can see you have untapped potential lying deep within you. Your skills with a sword are neither here nor there. Your true strength lies in the beauty of your heart. I can already tell how kind you are just speaking to you. You've been through many misfortunes today, but still you hesitate being asked for help. You're considerate, you're a good, gentle woman. I wish to aid you however I can. Now, won't you let me guide you out of these woods? It would certainly comfort me knowing that you're safe and sound. Well, if you care about me that much, then... I paused, pondering. I got taken advantage of by a stranger less than an hour ago. There's a chance that Felicia might mean to swindle me too. But I doubt it somehow. She seems more trustworthy than I thought. Well, I would trust an elf before trusting anyone else in a short amount of time. Elves are generally kind and beautiful creatures. If I'm going to escape from this forest unscathed, I need to rely on Felicia. She might be my only hope. Alright, I guess I can follow you for now, if you really don't mind. Not at all. We'll be only happy to, my lady. Helping fair maidens in need is my favorite pastime. Felicia holds cheerfully to herself as we walk through the forest. Leaves crunch beneath the soles of my shoes and twigs crack. Well, I would tell her that I need to find a cat girl. We've been wandering for about 20 minutes now, and the trees are starting to thin out. We must be near the path already. When we reach the road, I have to bid farewell to my new companion. I don't want to hold her back. If I'm ever gonna be a real knight, I need to learn how to fight my own battles. But strange though she is, I think I'll miss Felicia when we have to part ways. It was nice having an ally around. Even a said ally did stumble across me in a quite embarrassing position. Now I got to know the worst of my surprise. I can't help but take an interest in Felicia. Why was she wondering about the forest anyway? You said you were a princess, didn't you? Yes, that's right. I'm Felicia Maribel Argento, the princess of the Argento royal family. I'm the oldest daughter of the elf king and queen. We rule over a small land of Gris to the north of Lemuria. I see. So she is a princess? I thought she said that, but I was pretty presumptuous at the time, and I wasn't sure if I misheard her. If she is a princess, that would certainly explain her neat, clear vowels and her slightly fancy, shall we say, style of speech. I wonder if she is wealthy. If she is a princess, she has to be. Her armor, what little she is wearing at least, looks expensive, as does her sword. That only invites more questions, though. If you're a princess, why are you wandering the forest on your own? Shouldn't you have two retainers with you? Maybe that's how it works with human royalty, but we elves have our own customs. It is a long-held tradition among the Argento royal family that the oldest child of the queen and king, be the male or female, must embark upon a quest across Lemuria once they reach adulthood. I wonder what constitutes adulthood for an elf. I heard the elves live longer than humans, and our lifespan don't quite match up. Well, I can say this. Elves, I don't know really how long they live, but I know they live for over 3,000 years. I think elves can live for up to 5 or 10,000 years. I'm not completely sure. I know at least an elf and a human lifespan, they are quite different. Though Felicia seems to be my age, from a glance good chance she might be older. For all I know, you could be 30, 40, maybe even 50. Well, I guess it's pointless to worry about her precise age. She looks like she's in early 20s, and I guess that's enough for me. Prince or princess is bidden to cross the continent on foot, with only a sword, some armor, and their wits to guide them. They must mingle with the common folk, take on quests, and see as much of the world as possible. This is to prepare us for when we ascend to the throne, so that we may be good and kind rulers who can treat our subjects fairly. It would be a poor excuse for kings and queens if we could not understand the plights of the common man. I guess that makes sense, but what if you get hurt or even killed? Then you will never be able to ascend to the throne. That's another important part of my quest is undertaken, so that we may hone our fighting prowess, so that we may protect our people should the matter arise. A good king or queen has to understand how to lead their country, their people, and their army. If I were to sustain injuries during my trials, my people would no longer trust me. Who wants to be commanded by a queen who can't look after herself? Should that scenario arise, one of my siblings would embark upon this quest in my stead, so that they might become the next king or queen of Grace. I have a lot of siblings, so it should be fine even if I fail. Of course, I have no intention of doing that. I'm quite competitive and I hate losing. How many siblings do you have exactly? Well, let me see. Owls live for a long time, and my parents are no exception to the rule. They have been very busy during the 150 years they've been on the throne, and side no less than 40 children. 40? Yes, indeed. Are you surprised? That is quite a large number of children, yes. I can't even imagine it. The mere thought of it is enough to give me a headache. And what of it, Estelle? Do you have any siblings? No, I'm an only child. Really? That must be so dispiriting. I cannot imagine such a thing. I love my brothers and sisters a lot, though they always play pranks on me and eat my desserts. They are my dearest friends. The palace would be so empty if I was only child. Yes, well, I don't live in a palace. I grew up in a small bakery with only a few rooms. There be no space for 40 people. Ah, yes, forgive me for my rudeness. As a princess, I sometimes forget that others don't have access to luxuries and I have grown accustomed to. I can be so inconsiderate. Still, this is all part of my training. I will travel across the land, meet many people, and I will hear of their stories. Then I will be better equipped to help my subjects when I ascend to the throne. You sound confident that you'll be able to pull it off. Of course I am. Confidence is key, and I don't have faith in myself. Who will? I will become a good queen, and I will lead my people. That is a simple fact. It's not up to discussion. I look at my companion, impressed. Felicia must have a lot of the responsibilities waiting upon her slender shoulders, but she's doing her best to keep going regardless. Her smile is bright and unwavering. Her eyes sparkle with all the excitement of a small child. She is so determined she's putting me to shame. What is it, Stell? You have fallen awfully quiet. I didn't say anything to upset you, did I? No, that's not it. I was just wishing I could be as confident as you are. You see, I have a goal like yours. I don't want to be a good ruler, but I want to be a knight. I took my mother's sword and ventured out across the Lemuria to make a name for myself. I launched into a brief account of my life up until this point. I tell Felicia about my hopes, my dreams, and my many insertions. And I tell her about my encounter with Tort. I was on my way to Grimoire when I was taken advantage of. A thief saw how naive I was, and she tricked me. She led me deep into the forest, and then she stripped me. She took my money and my mother's sword. Now I have no idea what I'll do. I messed everything up. I'm so stupid. Estelle. Rhea looks at me with soft, sympathetic eyes. She places one hand on her breast and says with a heart-rending amount of earnest, I don't think you're stupid. But you hardly know me. We're still strangers. Oh, I hardly think we're strangers at this point. In fact, I would very much like to become your friend. My friend. Yes, indeed. Well, that's the picture we was waiting for, technically. So, that does of course mean that we're done with this episode, and we will see if we actually manage to find Tart and get our sword and money back. Mainly the sword. But at least that was all I have for Sakura Night this time. That's it, like and share. See you next time. Bye bye!